Our final inductee tonight, well, it says coaches category, but it could be player as well. Framingham's Ken Martin is a 1965 graduate of the Belmont Hill School. After performing well, both in the classroom and on the ice, Ken took his considerable talents to Bowdoin College, where he went on to set a standard of excellence that carried the Polar Bears to national prominence. Ken was the very first Bowdoin player to score 100 points, even though he played only 3 varsity seasons. As team captain his senior year, Ken earned both the ECAC Most Valuable Player Award, the New England Hockey Writers Unsung Hero Award. He graduated in 1969 with a degree in Latin. He joined Belmont Hill as a Latin teacher and coach in '72 and has taught with distinction at the all-boys school for over 40 years. Together with his time as a student athlete at Belmont Hill, Ken has been a part of the Belmont Hill hockey program for more than 45 years. Following the 2011 season, Ken hung up his whistle, sort of, and retired after an incredible 39 seasons as head coach. During his tenure as head coach, Ken's teams won 15 independent school league titles, 2 New England championships, and earned numerous postseason tournament berths, including 6 straight New England Prep School Athletic Conference tournament berths. His teams captured 12 Lawrenceville tournament titles and were runners-up another 8 times. He coached more than 1,000 games at Belmont Hill and completed his varsity coaching career with a record of 707 wins, 270 losses, and 43 ties. For those of us who aren't mathematicians, that winning percentage is only 71%. His 707 wins made him the winningest coach in Massachusetts state history. 8 of his players have gone on to play in the NHL, including Paul Mera, Ian Moran, Mass Hockey Hall of Famers Mark and Scott Fusco. Several other of Ken's players have gone on to play elsewhere professionally, with countless others playing at colleges throughout the country. Known as a quiet leader ever since his days at Bowdoin, Ken has always considered himself a teacher first and a coach second. A trait that has obviously benefited countless students both in the classroom and on the ice for the past 40 years. In 2002, he was elected to the inaugural class of the Bowdoin College Athletic Hall of Honor and is a member of the Mass State Hockey Coaches Hall of Fame. By the way, continues to teach Latin at Belmont Hill and is currently the head coach of the school's 8th grade hockey team. As a kid who grew up in Brunswick, Maine, and who was best friends with Sid Watson's son, John, the first hockey star I ever knew was Ken Martin. He was a god for a little kid from Brunswick. I'm happy to say he's now a friend. Ken still resides in Framingham with his wife Linda, 2 children, son Ken and daughter Kate. Please join me, and you all just calm down in that corner over there, in welcoming the newest inductee to the Mass Hockey Hall of Fame, my friend, Kenny Martin.
Now, I don't need the whistle to tell you all to sit down. My voice carries it pretty well. I want to, first of all, congratulate all the other inductees, and I am truly humbled to be here in this great group of inductees, men and women. I want to thank the Massachusetts Hockey Hall of Fame Committee for all their work, Dan and especially Julie for all her work with the tickets that many called for. I want to thank my family, friends, colleagues, teammates, former players, and the Matter Gammon group for being here with me tonight. I teach Latin. Many may recognize this quote, Gallia est omnis divisa in partes tres. Like Caesar's Gaul, my life has been divided into 3 parts. My family, hockey, and teaching Latin. I would never have been able to accomplish all that I have done without the support and love of my wife and children. My wife Linda watched me play at Belmont Hill, Bowdoin, Framingham Picks, Manchester Monarchs. She started bringing our daughter and son to hockey games back in 1970. I can't tell you how many games she's seen, but she hasn't missed many. In my 39 years of coaching, she followed me Buffalo, New York, Princeton, New Jersey. We went to Buffalo, New York the week after Christmas. Very busy time for most people. She enjoyed going there. We had great success, won some games, lost some, but she liked it. Finally, one day she said to me, "I'm not going this year to Buffalo." I said, "Well, why?" She goes, "Well, it's not the end of the world, but you can see it from there." At this time in our lives, we are enjoying our grandchildren. Our daughter Kate and her husband Andy have 3 kids. The youngest just had a hat trick the other day, so we're pretty proud of AJ. Our son Kenny and his wife Rebecca have 2 children, and we have the pleasure of watching these kids play sports now, and we're enjoying spending time with them. And my son has 2 little ones, and we enjoy our time with them, and when they go home, we both take a nap. I would not have accomplished this type of recognition without the aid of some amazing, loyal, and dedicated assistant coaches, some of whom are here tonight. Many of my assistants were former players, and I enjoyed having them help me out, including my son Kenny, who also played for me. Also, you need to have some skilled players who can make you look good. I thank these players for their dedication and loyalty to Belmont Hill. I'm pleased that many are here tonight and have taken time out of their busy lives. And I believe this quote from John Wooden, the great basketball coach from UCLA. And he said, "Not every coach can win with talent, but you can't win without it." So I want to thank all those players who brought the talent and made me look good. I also want to thank all of the youth hockey coaches whose work often goes unrecognized. At Belmont Hill, we were the beneficiaries of some great players from all the youth hockey programs around. These players learned the basics in the programs, and I want to thank all of these coaches for their effort, commitment, and dedication to our great sport. Skill development is the most important part of any of my practices. I try to have fun in practice, even though many players will say they did not have fun doing the 3-puck drill. Skating is always fun. The values and life lessons that I teach in the classroom, I try to carry them over to the athletic classroom. Some boys learned their lessons more quickly in the athletic arena than they did in the classroom. Many did not like my 3 penalty rule, which was if you got 3 in a game, you sat the rest of the game. But it never happened twice in the same season to that player. I wanted our players to honor the game, play fairly within the rules of the game. I taught them to respect the opponents, the refs, because without them, there is no game. The games give you a chance to test out your skills, growth, and improvement. In the Latin classroom, we teach hard work and discipline. We are all working to make these young men and women understand the values of hard work, honesty, teamwork, sacrifice, commitment. Many have asked me, who is the best player I ever coached? The real answer is the one who becomes a successful adult and family man, and many of them are here tonight. I would be remiss if I did not mention a few coaches who helped me grow and become a better coach. They imparted some of their wisdom to me. I valued their advice. I also took, or should I say, stole many drills from them. These great men are Sid Watson, Charlie Holt, Scott Perot, Len Siglarski, Jack Parker, Jerry York, Jack Kelly, Tim Taylor, Ed Burns, Marty Pierce, Eddie Gallagher, and my son-in-law, Andy Newell. Again, I want to thank all of you for coming and sharing this honor with me. I know that my mom and dad would have been proud of me today. Thank you.